Hey iScrappers, it's Tom from the iScrap app, and we wanted to do a Ferris recap for 2020. Now, the steel markets in 2020 ended up really great in the fourth quarter. Now, of course, like all other commodities and different videos that we've talked about throughout the year, the first 8 or 9 months of 2020 were very difficult on many fronts. Whether we were talking about the pandemic that was going on, lower prices, expectations, not knowing where the demand was going to be, but we have continued to watch these markets, and going into 2021, we're extremely optimistic. Now, we've seen the iron ore markets at the end of 2020 climbing to multi-year highs, about 8-year highs right now, with people predicting that we'll see the 2021 first quarter eclipsing the all-time record highs of iron ore pricing. What does that mean? That means that they need more iron ore. There's less iron ore being put out there, and one of the primary reasons is a lot of countries have not returned to their regular workflow, whether it's down in South America, Africa, or Australia, 3 of which are some of the larger producers of iron ore in the world. Whether it was mines, strikes, pandemic problems, all of the above, these have led to higher iron ore prices as we have seen the Chinese producing more steel year over year. When you compare the fourth quarter of 2019 to the fourth quarter of 2020, it's hard to do anything other than that right now, considering we can't predict the future. But with these iron ore prices higher, we do expect to see the scrap prices continuing to increase. Don't forget, it's much easier to reuse, recycle scrap iron, aluminum, copper, any type of metal than it is to take that raw ore and manufacture it into finished goods. So a lot of the markets are going to continue to stay strong. The incoming presidential administration in 2021 is also going to potentially remove some of the tariffs from the overseas steel prices, which could see an increase in steel markets. Or we could see some of the oil prices having a little more say as different infrastructure events are put into place. The world starts to return to what we always remember normal being, and the iron ore markets will continue to shine going into the first quarter, with the potential of the markets going down in the second and third quarters unless we start to see a real worldwide economic recovery that could lead to infrastructure changes such as bridges, new guardrail across the country, or further manufacturing output. Scrappers, this is Tom from the iScrap app. We'd like to thank you for tuning in throughout 2020, and we look forward to seeing you next year in 2021 so we can learn about what you see happening in the markets across the country in the United States and Canada. We look forward to hearing your stories, and of course you can always post your prices for your scrap iron right at iScrapapp.com. Happy New Year, and I'll scrap you later.